put that over there. Let's see. Good morning. I'm going to use this Saraban Tex 90. I need to fill up some bobbins though. It's like a brownish green. It's really pretty. And I think against this brown, it'll do it justice. Okay. Hey everyone. I was trying to see the comments. All right, so I'm going to be using this Tex 92. Whenever I do use Tex 92, I need to fill 3 to 4 bobbins. I'm going to fill 3. I like the thicker thread. I like the way it looks in the stitching. Tex 92 and Tex, I think it's at 128 are like my comfort zones right now. I'm on the Juki 1541S. And we are about to get this party started. My one is trying to come over. One. I always try to wind my bobbins first. Two. Okay. Bear with me. With this bag, I follow and sometimes unfollow the directions. So just bear with me when I'm doing things and you're like, hey, that doesn't go like that. I completely understand. I just I guess I think I'm just kind of used to it being the way I like it to be. I'll try to do it as to the tutorial as much as I can. Alright. I'm going to put certain things on the ground because I'm going to work on some of the strap details. All right. Hey, Sandra. So yeah, this is a order that I got from Etsy. I try to make my bags within 3 to 5 business days. Usually I make them that same day, but this week has been really hectic. So this person wants a Lord of the Ring themed bag. So that's what we're going to try to make for them. Good morning. Try to leave like 1/8 or inch gap between each one so that they can fall into the sandwich easier and there's not this weird amount of bulk that can throw off your stitches. Cut this. Okay. I put a new needle in yesterday, so I should be good. I only used it for the last part of the project. It's so quiet in my house right now. The puppy's sleeping. I can hear him kind of snore. It's kind of cute. All right, let's get this party started. I like doing Oros' signature handles to my straps as well. So I start off at 3/8 of an inch going down. Then I'm going to hop over 2 stitches. Or, yeah, 2. And I'm going to go 3/8 of an inch going down the other side. From here, I'm going to go over 3 stitches and do 1/8 of an inch on this side. And I'm going to go over about 4 or 5 stitches to do 1/8 of an inch on the other side. I just like, because I like the handle and the straps to look alike. Alright, so we have the strap complete. I just need to put the hardware on that. I'm just going to start working on the other handbag straps. Putting some double-sided tape down the middle. You can draw your lines if you want. This is like the one area that I do eyeball. Sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss. I know, I can't wait for June's retreat. It's going to be fun. We're going to be messing with magnets, edge painting, all that good stuff. I'm definitely, June like 2024, I am really trying to get to a Wizardly Stitchery. Everyone that I know that has gone to that retreat just speaks so highly about it. Okay, 3/8 of an inch going down. I always do a back stitch just to lock it in. You can put clips, you don't have to fold it over. Going over 2 stitches. And back stitch again. We're going to do the same for the other one. kind of wish I would have went white, but it is what it is. White's my favorite sewing color. I feel like it goes with everything. Yeah, I think she also has where you could put a deposit down, if I'm not mistaken, for the retreat. Why am okay, I have a Tandy leather here, but the Tandy leather over by Sandra's place, the guy was so knowledgeable, so caring and friendly that, and honest, because I wanted to buy the Hamlet, this Hamlet thing that I got, and I was like, hey, do you guys have it in the Baltimore one? And he's like, no, this is like almost exclusive to North Carolina. Da, da, da. I don't know. It's just rare. It's refreshing when you talk to a salesperson and they're like not trying to, like, they're not lying. They're just trying to give you the education on it, and it was refreshing. And that's when I also seen that Tandy Leather has rainbow. I had no idea they carried rainbow rivets and hardware. Speaking of rivets, I need to get some, I don't know, I think I need to get a pack of 100 of antique, because I'm always out of antique. I'm always like scrambling. Okay, we're gonna hop over 2 stitches. We're gonna go 3/8 of an inch down. Trim those threads. All right, so when you're at the handle part, let me tell you where you're gonna need the measurements. I know them. You're gonna need a 5.5 mark and a 6.5 on the short ends of your straps that we just sewn. Get some white chalk pen. So we're gonna have a 6.5 mark and a 5.5 mark. We're gonna do the same thing on this side. I use chalk because it comes off easier. I can hear like the music from my neighbor's side from the basement. All right, we're going to get long threads and we're going to start to sew. We're going to go from this 6-inch mark to this, and we're going to do a box. Now, you want your tails long, and you want to start with the open edge side. We're not going to backstitch as much as you want to, and I understand because I feel the same. No backstitching. Stop when you get to the first white line, and then you're going to pivot and go across. Pivot, needle down. Pivot. And we're going to do that again. Long tails. And we're going to bring our other one over and do it again. Again, not the closed off side, the open side you start off at. I'm using a number stitch length of 4.5. I like shorter stitches. I don't know why. Leaving long tails, no back stitching, going 1/8 of an inch. Pivot, needle down. Pivot. You guys got covered up. Sorry, that's my. Same with you. Have a really good day, Lisa. All right. So now you have all these tails, and you're like, what do I do next? We are going to take these threads that are on either side, both sides of your strap, and we're going to kind of open up this area that we did not back stitch in, and we're going to take the threads from the side and we're going to bring them forward inside. So they were on the outside, now they're in the inside of the strap. We're going to take this and we're going to do a couple of knots tight. I like to do about 3 or 4, usually 3 though. Okay. And we're just going to trim those. And we'll singe the ends after I do this last one. Okay, so see how there's threads here? That's your top thread. Here's your bobbin thread. We're going to open up this little mouth. And you can get a stiletto or a needle, whatever you have that can get underneath stuff. That is what you're going to want. Okay. And I'm going to grab and I got both. All 4 of the threads now are in the middle. And then I'm just going to put this, trim it, and then I just singe the area that had the tails and I kind of just stick them back in there. You could do the same thing with glue. I don't know, maybe I like fire a little too much. So most of our straps are done. So on the opposite side where we have the 5.5 mark, we're going to make a mark that is 5 inches. So on the back, we're going to do the same thing here. With this 5-inch mark, we're going to go ahead and put some double-sided tape right at that 5-inch mark all the way to the bottom. Okay, so from here, we are going to attach our straps. Okay, so you're going to need one of your main panel pieces and a ruler. So we're going to find our centers. I like to do this all in chalk because it just wipes away as soon as I find clips. I like to just clip them in the areas I know I'm about to clip. Clip. I'll do like a little V. Our seam allowance is 3/8 of an inch, so don't go past 1/4 of an inch for a triangle. Little angle. And I'm going to go 5 inches up. And draw a line. Okay. And then I'm going to draw another line. And then I'm going to get a ruler, another ruler. I have like so many rulers, it's not even funny. Well, maybe it is funny. No. Okay, so we're gonna be placing these 2.5 inches from the line that we drew our center at. Now, with this, you can either have the little open side facing the outside or the outside. Just make a choice now. I personally like having the part that we clip, that doesn't have the folded edge and has a little bit cleaner finish on the outside because that's what you're going to be seeing more. And we're just placing that there. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go on this side and do 2.5 inches. All right, and I'm going to grab my other one and do the same thing. I try to do everything like in like the same time so I don't skip a step. I had this one time where I made something for someone and I forgot to rivet one of the steps and I'm like, what did I do? Just going too fast. 5 inches. Finding our centers. That was bigger than I wanted. All right, same thing. Get that ruler, 2.5 on each side. There we go. Double-sided tape off. Line it up. Do this for the same side. And line it up. And right now, the space in between should be 5.5 inches. Yep. And I always make sure that they're both the same size. Because if the handles are off, it looks a little weird. All right, so let's get started. We're going to sew up one side, go across, and go down. Make sure your needle's down when you go across. Do not go past the white line that you originally drew, and you should be fine. Back stitch the beginning and definitely at the end for reinforcement. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. This bag is so relaxing to me. I don't know how to put it other than it is, I don't know. It's really relaxing. All the curves are nice and everything. Let's do this on the other side. I always take my time on these straps. I love having really clean lines. Okay, and one more time for fill. Let's see. Hold your tails. Okay. Why I got this there, we are going to do the side panels. I mean, not the side panels, like the strap cover-ups. I guess that's what you would call them. Let's see. All right. All right. So even though people say that waterproof canvas doesn't fray, to me it does. So what I like to do is draw a 1-inch line. And then I grab some double-sided tape. Good morning. I'm making the Erica Bowler bag. Hey, from the Netherlands. So what I like to do is, I know this is going to sound weird. I like to kind of put this double-sided tape in the middle so that it doesn't mess with my stitch line, so my needle won't get gummed up. So about a 1/4 of an inch from the line. So when I top stitch, it helps tremendously. So I'm going to remove the double-sided tape, fold over to that 1-inch line we drew, finger press, making sure everything goes down smooth. I'm going to put this one to the side while we do this one, and then pop a few clips and top stitch this down using a 1/8 of an inch. And because we're not trimming, back stitch in the beginning and end. I know people are going to say, you don't really see this this part when you're inside the bag, but if it starts to have wear and tear, and people are putting their bag in and out, that friction is going to cause more fraying. Good morning. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing on for the other one. If you want to use Beacon or Fabri-Tac, you could do the same thing. If I do all my prep work the night before, I usually do Fabri-Tac because it gets nice and sticky and holds its shape really well. Okay. I feel like this part is really important and crucial because you get the illusion that the straps are all the way down in the bag, as well as it protects any raw edges. So just my point of view. So many people do this bag different, and every way they do it is absolutely gorgeous. We're gonna top stitch, but yeah, hold down your neat thread because I sure did. Hold on. My hair's in my way. Sorry, you're getting hair full of curly hair in your view. All right. Let's do this again and hold down those threads. Yeah, and I know the pattern calls for you to use your vinyl. I felt it was, if I'm using waterproof canvas, it's thinner. It doesn't have an issue. I'm trimming any excess off that did not get that I did not line up well. When I cut the pattern, sometimes I cut there's a little bit left over. All right, so we have one done. Let's start making the pockets. Excess stabilizer. I'm using quilting cotton. It's Lords of the Ring. I got it from Zombie Bunny Designs. I really like their Lord of the Ring prints, and apparently same as my customer base. So I'm using this, and then I stabilized it with EB Fuse Heavy, and then put the Decaville there. I wanted it to have the same fill and weight of a vinyl. All right. Got one, or got two. Okay. So you're going to put right sides, waterproof canvas together, to white sides. Put your quilting cotton, and you're going to put these things together, and you're going to sew them starting at 3/8 of an inch. So what I do is I like to put the point, like the raw edge, at 3/8 of an inch and see where it wants to start. It's never at the tip of it because the tip is smaller than 3/8 of an inch. And Shinova, come on, let's hold our threads. You know how to do this. It's just been one of those weeks where, like, I am not holding my thread like I normally do. All right. So let's go 3/8 of an inch. Okay, we're going to trim threads. All right, and we're going to do the same thing on this other one. Yeah, so this is cotton. I used EB Fuse from Emmeline Bag, heavy, to stabilize the cotton, and then Decaville Light for its stabilizer piece. It's in the pattern. It's like a smaller version of the pattern piece to just for stabilization. All right, then I'm going to grab my pinking shears and trim down the seam allowance to about 1/8 of an inch. Do not cut into your stitches. It won't be the end of the world if you did. You just need to create another stitch line that's below the original, about 1/8 of an inch away. But so if you don't want to do all that extra work, which, hello, I do not blame you, don't cut into your stitches. All right. I thought I had. Okay. There she goes. I just seam rolled it real quick to help me keep its nice, cute look. I like the look of the shape of this. So when we top stitch again, just back stitch 1 or 2 stitches because nothing's really going to get trimmed. One-eighth of an inch. If you're adjusting something, make sure you keep your needle down. Oh yes, Zombie Bunny. Like, ah, man, I always put in an order for her because her fabric are just like up my alley. I think she's an amazing designer. Oh yeah, yeah, I have it. I have like a couple. My stickers are a little bit of everything. Yep, and I have your honey. See, you sent me stickers and I use it. I love stickers. I like to have my machines all tatted up. My husband and my son must be home. Let's see if they remember that I'm on a live or not. $5, they won't. Oh wow. Oh, Leslie, you did a good job. I know it has to be nerve-wracking. I have so much admiration and respect so much people that take care of animals and people that actually foster and can and let puppies and cats and little furries go. I don't know how you do it. I would want to keep everything. I know my husband would be like, Shnova, no. No, Kindle will probably let me keep it if I like look like I'm gonna freak out. It's funny, like, okay, I buy stuff from Backstitch a lot. There's only been like 2 times that I got a sticker. Every time I get their box, I try to destroy the box to see if I have a sticker. I never get the stickers, man. I never get it. Yes, Alexander Henry Zombie is. I have one that's pinup girls that are like that. Oh, I love them. All right, so we're going to match these up. Take some clips. Now, this bag has a bow to it. So you want to match these up to the point where you can see the natural like opening trying to like do you see how let me see, let me get a foot. And I can show you with a this is where I see a lot of people having issues like they try to trim this off and Alexis made this so there is a natural organic opening, a bow to the bag, which also gives it a more three-dimensional look. I'm going to go ahead and sew this down using 1/8 of an inch. And I ran out of bobbin that fast. I don't know why I have to bobbin dump a lot. All right. I'm going to bobbin dump this. Okay. All right, 1/8 of an inch, just to base it in place. But again, you're not really basting because the seams don't get cut. So you can backstitch if you wish. Okay, let's see. Make sure everything is nice and clean. All right. So we have one pocket done, and I'm going to put my name tag in the middle. hopefully you can find someone that can foster it. Let's see. This one is going to be having the symbol right here. I have like a lot of stuff everywhere. Okay. So I'm marking areas that I need to punch a hole. Well, that was unfortunate. And I'm just going to use this red one. I usually have a hand crank one on the table, but it would have took up too much room. Where's my... Oh, I gave the other glue to Kendall. That makes sense. That's about right. Good morning. I loosen them until I don't tighten them until all three are in. And then I tighten them. I put the glue only on the top part because even though this is vinyl, the backing of this material, it stretches and kind of frays. It's really weird material. So I noticed that I have to do that. All right. Let's see. Where's that other part? Okay. if I'm not mistaken, you just said the name of the group too. Zombie Bunny has this in their retail section. In cotton. That's what I got. I love it. The colors wash really nicely. I was really surprised when I watched it that it didn't get like lighter or stingy, you know. I'm gonna put a rivet for reinforcement on the top. I'll have 3/8 of an inch up. 3/8 of an inch up. You could put 2 rivets or no rivets. It's really up to you. That's a big hole. Make sure when you do this, sometimes your straps want to bow in, so make sure that they're lining up straight before you punch that hole. Okay. This one does not, it's like crushed. Let's see. What is it? No one will see. No one will see. All good things. All good things. All right. All right. Oh, sorry, I got you guys all twisted. I'm so sorry. Hold on. Hopefully that will stay. Sorry, I didn't know if I moved that it would go crazy. All right, so we got the rivets in. Stabilizer in the back to make sure that the rivets don't pull through. And same thing on this one, just some Peltex in the back. So we start on the gusset. Okay, so we have our lining. And my family must be back home. All right, so I'm going to trim any excess stabilizer. I normally just put like a little bit of Decaville Light in the middle strap. I don't know why. I feel like it sometimes this vinyl stretches, and I like to stabilize it so that way it doesn't stretch out of proportion. All right, so all right, I'm just going to trim that up. And then I know the other one's probably like that too. All right. So what we're going to do is take our bottom piece that we have down here, and we're going to follow the instructions if you're going to put purse feet in. I go back and forth with purse feet. I don't know why. If you follow page 13. So 13, we're going to do 3 inches out. If I'm not mistaken, hold on. Okay, so we're going to mark 3 inches from the center. I just had my ruler that was 3 inches. Okay, 3 inches from the center. And 3 inches from the center here. Okay. From the center, we need to measure up 1 1/4 of an inch. One and 1/4. All right. I'm going to punch a hole. Okay. I need to get another. I need another rivet part. I'm going to change my die out from regular rivets to purse feet. I have my husband and my family came home and they barked, the dogs. They always are saying something or doing something. These are buckle dies. They're really great quality. So you have the dome part that this goes in. It's the top, and the flat part goes here to rivet them in. All right. So I'm going to do one first. One. I try to give my Hobbit bags like some really cool sophistication. So I've been obsessed with these feet with the Erica Bowler and just pretty much every bag right now. They're very nice. These feet, if you round them out at Buckle Guide, depending on how many you get, they're about 15 cents each. And last but not least, sorry, you guys are getting all jostled. All right. Okay. So we have our purse feet in. And let me take my dies out. I have this tendency, I need to take the dies out as soon as I do them and put them in the bag that they come in, because I promise you, I lose these little bags so fast. It's not even funny. Put the rivet one in again and just... Oh, that's funny. That's where the other one was. I knew I had it. No self-doubting, Shinova. Okay. We are going to now put together the zipper panel. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the lining pieces and I'm going to put some double-sided tape that's 1/8 of an inch. All right. Now, the zipper tape is supposed to be roughly like 17.5. I make my zipper tape a little bit longer. I've had really bad instances where a zipper pull got pulled out and I was like devastated. And I had to do the whole gusset again. So I'm going to make mine's 20 inches. And I'm going to find the centers. I try not to go past the 3/8 of an inch mark, so that way it gets covered up. And I should have found my centers before this, but it is what it is. Line up those centers. I know it's an excess amount, but it just ensures that the zipper pull won't get pulled off track because it was too short. Okay, and then I'm going to line this one up, and we're going to sew 3/8 of an inch. If your fabric is stretchy, put the fabric on the top and the sturdier one on the bottom. It's going to want to conform to what you the bottom layer is going to do. So we're going to sew back stitch because we're doing 3/8 of an inch. Make sure you back stitch. All right. I finger press the lining out of the way, and then I take some clips and clip wrong sides together. And why I have it there, so I can get a better top stitch, I am going to base these two zipper panels, wrong sides touching, into place. I usually base the panels in place if it's, of course, when we're doing binding. It just helps better when I try to do top stitching and none of the zipper gets pulled in. You should make one. It's a great bag. It's one of it. Hands down, it's my favorite from Alexis, and that's saying a lot because I like all of her patterns. There's something about this bag has like a very timeless look to it. Okay, we got one down. Let's go. Let's get her done. All right, and again, I'm going to lift this 1/8 of an inch tape. And you can use whatever tape you have. There's so many tapes out there. I think this one is Waywack, if I'm not mistaken. But I have used Sandra's tearaway tape because I like the fact that I can tear it away. The only one I have not tried is Wizardly Stitchery, and I hear great things about theirs. I've even got double-sided tape that are like off-brand ones at Dollar Tree. I have to drive pretty far out to go to find a Dollar Tree, but all right, so we're gonna do this 3/8 of an inch. Making sure all the raw edges touch. One more time, because apparently I'm not understanding. I'm just making sure everything lines up. That's the beauty of the double-sided tape, is that you can take it off and on. And you just want everything to line up so that way when you're done, you don't have an area that's like 1/8 of an inch taller than the other. Ask me how I know. Ask me how I know. Let's see. 3/8 of an inch. Back stitch before and after. All right. Same thing, taking our lining and just kind of finger pressing so that the wrong sides of the right side, wrong sides touch, basically. I like to put a clip, just kind of fold it and maneuver it. And then let's space this together so that way, one, we don't have to do it later. Two, it just makes it easier. All right, let's go. It makes it so much easier to top stitch to me because I'm not worrying about something creeping over some weird flap. All right. Trimming threads. All right, and then we're going to top stitch this down 1/8 of an inch. All right. Zipper pulls. I like to use different zipper pulls on each side when I'm doing this Lord of the Ring one, so that way they can have it be still in the same genre, but have different things they can ooh and ah at, like, oh my god, that's the Eye of Sauron, you know, like, or that's this thing, it's the leaf of, it's the horn of Gondor, you know. That's the whole beautiful part of, you know, Tolkien's book was imagination and adventure. So that's what I'm hoping I'm bringing to these bags when people get them, is they get that whimsical fun feeling. That's really important to me. Every time I send a Lord of the Ring out through Etsy, I like secretly stalk my my wall until that person makes a a comment, because I want to see if they recognize the things that I put into the bag. It's, I know it's weird. I'm for one. I definitely know it's an odd thing, but I don't know. It just makes me happy. Where did I put my two little tabs? Okay, there's one. I will lose my foot if it wasn't connected to my body. All right, so for my tabs, I put Sophie's just the regular on a scrap on here so that it doesn't stretch. Oh, yeah, that I like just like yeah, clean line, simplistic. But sometimes I like to do. I feel like I'm also very whimsical. Um, and like whimsical doesn't mean necessarily Disney. I get a lot of people that want books into bags. So like someone saying, "Hey, I want a Harry Potter bag," or whatever. I want to bring that magic that the movie has to my bags, but still have a really classy look. I also like I don't know, I like all types. I sometimes when someone brings like a really loud bag, I'm always smiling because first that person probably has like the best personality in the world and they're funny. They're like the life of the party. I like looking at different people's bag. I like doing art, seeing people do art deco, all these fun and inventive things. I gotta see where the other one is. Here is my thing. Those next. That is unfortunate if it happened. I mean, I can cut out another one, but I know I made it. And it's one of those things that as soon as I cut out the other one, it'll magically pop in my life. All right, hold on. I might have to cut out another one. Ay, 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 ay. Okay. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to grab some more material, apparently, because my pieces just want to disappear on me. I hate when that happens. It's like you did it all the work and it just disappears. And it'll reappear when I don't need it. That's how it works. It would help if I actually had a pen that you could see through. Let's see. Oops. All right. Thank you so much. Because I'm not ironing it on some sew fuse, I'm going to take ribbon You can tell this is holiday ribbon from last year. I'm just going to stick it in the down the middle with tape. You can use glue. And then get your double-sided tape that you want. And the cross grain ribbon will help just reinforce this, so when things do get on it, when the weight is put in the bag, it won't just stretch out of place and be ruined. Just be really careful, like if you're not going to stabilize, because like this is Mora and it stretches a lot. Okay. Okay. So what I like to do is have my chalk pencil that disappeared. It's cool. It's cool. This is normal for me, where everything just magically vanishes. I like to measure down from this part right here, 3/4 of an inch. You can do a 1/2 inch, but I usually do 3/4 of an inch, and I'll make a mark that you can see would be amazing. Oh, there it is. Okay. So I'll make a mark. I'm going to fold this in half, making sure the ends are doing. This is a little bit different from the pattern. Like, the pattern doesn't ask for cross grain. It asks for, I believe, Decouville light for the stabilization. All right. I'm going to line up this line that I made right at the end, and then I'm going to just tack this down. Another reason why I have the zipper tape long, because it can help be with reinforcement of making sure everything's tacked down okay. All right, and then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Matching that line up till it lines up with the raw edges right here. And for the umpteenth time, tell myself, hold on to the tails. All right. All right. All right, we're going to take our bottom and we're going to, our bottom exterior, and we're going to just sew these two pieces using 1/4 of an inch. Trying to make sure I get all the threads in the process. Make sure your hardware is up and out of the way. So I'm just going to sew it at 1/4 of an inch. And when I get to where the zipper is, I'm going to back stitch a few stitches, just another barrier, another bar tack that I don't have to worry about. Then we're going to put the lining right sides together. And we're going to stitch it down using 3/8 of an inch. To help with when I'm binding, not to have a lot of bulk, I like to trim at an angle, not hitting my stitches, but an angle, like removing some of the bulk right here. Yes, I use fabric for the front pockets. You'll see them in a moment. Oh yeah, this is my favorite bowler bag, and the next bowler bag after that would be the Betty. See, and having, you'll have like little bit of 3/8 of an inch up. So we're going to bar tack, well, no, I'm sorry, not bar tack. We're going to hold on to your tails and stitch a 1/8 of an inch. All right. We're going to do the same thing on this other side, the side that has your purse feet. We're going to go right here. Okay, we're going to sew 1/4 of an inch. Again, when you get to that teeth, just a couple of stitches can save this bag. We're going to grab the lining side. We're going to sandwich this in. And we're going to sew this at 3/8 of an inch. Over the teeth, do just a back stitch real quick. All right. Before you clean, make sure that it's nice and clean. There's no edges that are messed up, because sometimes that happens. Okay, I'm going to trim off a little bit of the bulk for the inside, so that way when we bind, we don't have a super bulky area. And we're going to turn this right sides on the inside. And we're going to top stitch this at 1/8 of an inch. All right, and then we are going to be starting unraveling all this. And we're going to baste down the bottom edge. Be careful where your purse feet are. It's going to want to bow, that's why. I'm excited to see what the owner of this bag is gonna, how much they like it. I really love the color schemes. I made this particular bag. I make like I said in my live. I make an Erica Bowler bag anywhere from 2 to 3 times a week. But this particular bag and my Doctor Who is always a good seller for me. All right. So I'm going to put seam to seam, and I'm also going to trim any rogue. Here it is, seam to seam. Got a couple clips. And snip a V. Do the same thing where the bag feet are. Trimming off that little excess overhang of the lining. I put a clip here. And I find my sides. I know that's not what normally is required, but I like to find my sides. I never have like a wonky gusset because I take the time to find these sides. They're important. All right, since we have all that all squared away, we're going to put a rivet in the middle. I knew that did not pierce through. If it doesn't, do it again, which it should. That is not the best one. I cannot find my other hole puncher to save my life. Hold on. Let me punch it on my big hole puncher in the bag. All right. Okay. Yeah, the handheld one are for the birds. I prefer like a bigger one that I just put through myself. Putting a rivet. Then I'm going to press it down. All right. I am secretly hoping that Kendall didn't forget that he was supposed to go to drop some stuff off of the mill, some bags off, but I'm feeling like he possibly forgot because I hear the TV. And then okay. All right, so it looks really good. Yeah, I'm using bag feet from Buckle Guy. All right, so let's start with this lining. also need a corset ring. If I could find one. I swear when I don't need stuff, everything pops up. When I do need something, everything magically disappears. If all else fails, I'll just make the man shift one. I have no problem doing that. I think that's what I'm going to have to go down that avenue. All right. Let's see. Okay, hold on. Let's see. It's not a Shinoga show if I don't forget something. Hello. So, because what happens is I use a stock photo of my bags, and if somebody wants it replicated the same exact bag, I try to do it with all my heart. Sometimes it doesn't work out, and like this, I ran out of antique brass corset rings, so I'm instead going to make a smaller ring that I can rivet into place. I'm sorry. My dog's head just popped out of nowhere around the corner. He's like, where are you at? Alright, so I took a piece of 1-inch waterproof canvas, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to thread it over this 1/2-inch ring, and when it gets to that point where it needs to be riveted on, I'm going to fold it in on itself and rivet it on the side. So it's the same thing essentially as a corset ring, but it's going to be even more better because corset rings can be flimsy. All right. Now this one doesn't come with a zipper facing. I just prefer zipper facings, or overlays better. I just like the way they look. Okay, we're going to find the middle. All right. going to go about 2 3/4 of an inch down. I'm going to find my middle real quick on here. I put my tape, my double-sided tape in the middle because then it doesn't get stitched on either way. You don't want to let go. Okay. Great. I don't feel like it's even. It does not look even. It's not. All right. the Conan bag. I love that one. It it comes together really great. It's one of my favorites. Too. You know what? Let's just say bet any bowler bag is my favorite. I like the one from ISO Creation or So Idea. The bowler bag actually has boning in it to keep it shaped. I thought that was the coolest thing. I never would have thought of that, and now I use it a lot in different bags that have that shape. So I only sew down this side because when I add it to this, now it's going to lay flat when I install the zipper. I'm really bad at not holding threads today. Well, not today. Pretty much this whole week, actually. The month of September. And it's really awesome to do the bottom one if it's directional like I have. So that way you can, when you open it up, you'll see the right image. All right, we're gonna do the bottom. I know why people pull their threads to the back. I just back stitch. This is going on the inside of the pocket. They're going to be trying to use their cell phone and whatever else they have in there. So let me just reinforce that. And I back stitch over the zipper teeth here. I know it could be taboo in many people's eyes, but again, if the person is hard on their back like I am, They're going to need it. And when it opens up, you can see all the ring stuff. I'm going to open this up and close these off. Again, back stitching over the zipper teeth well. All right. All right, and then I just seen you, but oh, you're laying on it. Okay. The upside tape came off of my fingers. Okay. And I'm going to punch a hole over here real quick because my hole puncher on the table sucks. On the table. All right. And I need the back panel. Hi, Shannon. Facing this down using 1/8 of an inch. I'm going to run out bobbin. Oh, snap. Sorry. Still getting used to this new engine. All right. Okay. We have one down. Let's do the last of the lining. Oh yeah, I think their fabric is absolutely gorgeous. I know why it's not. The back style is amazing, but the reason why this one is always a duplicate for me, I make it a lot, is because that print is outrageous. I really want to say truly, truly, truly outrageous and do Jim, but I feel like it's a hard no. Yeah, the binding really is like the bones of the bag. You can use any materials. I'm using cotton. I made this bag in leather, faux leather, cork. I'm trying to do the Craft Tex one, but I haven't put my money on that one just yet. But yeah, I made them in everything. It's really cool fabric. Like this bag is good for so many different materials. And of course, you do not interface right, Shinova. It's cool. It's cool. Nothing that double-sided tape won't fix for me temporarily. I knew it. Ran out of bobbin. It's starting. I guess I'm starting to hear the sound with this new motor. Like when the bobbin is about to be emptied, it does like a real clicky kind of sound. It's pretty cool. And I'm glad I can say it's pretty cool with other like-minded people, because my husband be like, okay, doesn't it just automatically tell you? And I'm like, no, 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 it doesn't do that. I'm just gonna go over this a couple stitches because I don't know if I back stitched well enough for it. And I also could tell my bobbin's not acting right. Okay. Awesome. It's good to know. Yeah, but I think binding, there's sometimes I absolutely love binding, and sometimes I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to bind anymore. But I always like the end result, so I really can't complain. Oops, it's trying to take my ruler with it. Okay, I'm gonna go in. I call it the chicken feet. I'm gonna go as in a triangle back and forth, about a half of inch in, and back stitch well. Then I'm going to reverse off one stitch and then stitch back on. Make sure your needle's down when you stitch. Need one more stitch. One more stitch. And then when I get up here, where I'm about a half inch away from the very top, I'm going to turn around and pivot and do a little triangle chicken feet again. You could put rivets. I like to bar tack. I think that's the garment maker in me. You can see it looks like little chicken feet. Oh yeah, my scissors always are very different. Alright, so we're gonna do line these bad boys up. And then we'll get to basting and binding. And then this bag is a wrap. That's why I like this bag. It can feel like it's a lot, but it's not. Like, Alexis really made this bag. It's perfect. It's a good size. Has nice pockets. Has unusual shape. What else is there not to like? Some overhang. I have some like extra little threads and lining overhang. I'm just cleaning it up to the panel. All right. Let's do this at 1/4 of, 1/8 of an inch. All right. So grab one of your exterior pieces or your new panel pieces, and we're going to do some matching. I'm going to first, hold on, find my sides. If I can find my center, will be awesome. You could put chalk if you want, because it's kind of difficult to cut, but just, I don't know. I always find my sides on everything. That way I just know that it's balanced out as best as it can. When I do my gussets all like loopy, it drives me a little bit insane. So I'm going to clip all the corners. But the one thing I can guarantee, if you cut exactly to the pattern direction, Alexis gives really, really great, phenomenal, like gussets. Like I'm always excited to put one of hers in, because I think that's what she focuses on the most, finding that chalk mark. I'm going to use a lot of clips. I know people love to staple. The sound of the stapler, like, kind of rubbing against my nail bed I mean, not nail bed, but the machine bed, whew, gives me a little bit of anxiety. I'm not going to lie to you about that. I use a lot of clips. I'm an over clipper. There should be a support group. My name is Shinova, and I love to overclip. I don't feel like the bag is secure without it. Good morning, Jaded. All right, I'm going to sew this down using a scant 1/8, in between 1/8 and 1/4. And if this is where I like to use my stiletto. When I get to an area that has some wrinkles, I like to make sure the wrinkles are above the stitch line. If you do it below, it will show. You'll have a crinkle in your gusset line. Take your time. Put your needle down when you have to shift or move things. All right, that looks good so far. So now we need to bind it so we can do the other side. All right. I like to go through, press my fingers along the seam to make sure there's no gaps or holes or material that is missing. And then I'm going to grab some waterproof canvas and take a drink, because this is the challenging part. It's water. Take a drink of your vodka tonic. This is the time. So no, it'll be weird. Okay. So I'm using some double-sided tape. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough to cut this on the bias, because I actually have cut waterproof canvas, and it does have a slight stretch, but not like a stretch that you want. So I take a 2-inch piece and I fold it into itself like you would. You would see the ready-made. I leave about a 1/4 of an inch gap. Now, with this being waterproof canvas, you could iron it in place like that, but I didn't do it. You can iron it and then only have to use double-sided tape once. If you're like me and you do not iron it, You're going to have to use some double-sided tape. Like I said, waterproof canvas like phrase. So I like the look of the single layer waterproof canvas, but I've just had it where it frays too much, and I don't like that for my customer to have that. So if I don't have the matching cotton, I usually just kind of just do this and make it where I am. I make my own kind of double-sided tape with, double fold bias tape, but it's not bias, so it's going to be a little bit crinkly in spots, but it'll get the job done and it'll look cute. Oh no, Jada, no. I like the I like this is actually the size of the original pattern. I haven't made it in 80%. And I'm going to put the middle where we had that, like we made that 1/4 of an inch gap. And I'm just going to wrestle with this. And as I'm doing this, I am pressing my fingers and trying to get it to lay flat as possible. This way is thick. If your machine can't handle it, single fold works well. Again, it's all about personal preferences. And then I'm going to get to the top, and I'm just going to snip it off. And I'm going to put a clip there. If you want to, you can get your seam roller and just really get in there to help out with any curves that you're not liking and whatnot. All right, now we're going to try this 3/8 of an inch. If I don't catch everything, it's fine. I'll go around again the second time. But it's more about like having a uniform look for me. And again, this is where me and my stiletto become best friends. Again, if you have to position, needle down. And remember, crinkles and wrinkles above stitch line, not below. Oh man, I broke one of my clips. I hate that. I hate that. Especially, you know, even if they're clover, I get messed up. But every time it's a glitter one, I do. Because look how pretty it is. It should have never done that. I'm too hard on clips. All right. Let's see. Oh, shucky ducky. All sides got sewn down except this little part right here, which is not a problem. I'll bring this over. I'm very pleased. I love it when I get it where it's all sewn down in one spot, but I'm okay if it's only like a fraction of it. Like, I'm cool. I'm just gonna bring this all the way down. Oops. Okay. And see, it's like nice, uniformed color, clean. Now we do the other side. So we're going to try this other side real quick. This is the front. I'll clean it up with some baby wipes when I'm done. Let me find my centers. Okay. And begin the over clipping for Shinova. Over by the handles, I like to sometimes double clip that section just so a friendly reminder when I'm sewing that that's there and it keeps me aware and cognizant of it. Again, you could definitely do this with stapling. if you're not a chicken like me. All right. We should be good. We're going to now baste this on. There goes another one. Okay. There you go down. Make sure you have your needle down. So you're moving any positions around just to make sure that everything lines up. Yes, the front pocket is fabric. Loki is doing the most up there. All right. Basting done. Want to make sure everything got in there. So I always look on the other side to see if everything got caught. And then I'll even open it up a little bit just to, again, feel around to make sure everything... I've had it where I thought I caught everything and I didn't. They should make a cool little flashlight thing that you throw into your bag so you can see it and then pull it back out, pull like a magnet or something. And see how this did not get caught. So this, I'm going to go over this section one more time. Put a couple of clips. All right. everything else looks perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to get another thing to bind. Hello, Nana. Isn't the weather so beautiful out right now? Some of the trees are starting to change a little of their color. I like binding. It does take a little bit more time than birthing, but I don't know, I just like the way it looks. We're almost done. As soon as I'm done with this binding, I just need to flip it out and we're done. So the middle of this binding, I'm gonna put on the edge. I always start at the top of the bag versus the bottom because no one looks inside and goes to the top. They always look at the bottom, so. Thread here. So this one I'm going to do a little bit different. I'm going to go around it like as if it was in the free arm. You can lay it down. I'll lay it down. That'll be easier for you guys to see. But you can go around using the roundabout method. So 1/8 of an inch and not having your stiletto stuck with double-sided tape. The t-shirts. Shh, I'm biting. That's good. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'm always in the market for new snips. Okay, we have 2 spots. This area and a little bit above there that I have to do, which is not bad. I've only got it once or twice where I got it all the way the first time. So I'm going to kind of squish this bag and get that done. Still using the 3/8 of an inch. The corners could be tricky because that's why bias tape is bias tape. It wraps around the corners really easily. Oops. That was a little too fast. All right. Back stitch a little bit. Man, I am like the thread queen right now. All right. So it looks really clean. So you have your double finish, got your pocket, and that's just turn it right sides out. Try to grab the bottom of the bag and try to pull it out. This one's going to be a little bit stiff because you're going through like layers of Decovite and mixing vinyl and cotton. There we go. Well, I thought it was going. Hold on. If it's too stiff, you can always use a blow dryer. And like warm up the fabric a little bit. Man, come on, threads. I'll make this new owner a little pouch that matches so they can have something cute. As you can't see, but I'm taking my fingers and I'm pressing the seam into the bag. So because it naturally wants to collapse on itself, so rolling this seam, because you've seen people with their bags having this. If you just press out the seam into it and just like massage it with your fingers, it gives you a more crisp look. To me. Personal preferences. Oh my god, this is a cutie. Hold on. Hi. Let's see. This is a cutie. So yes, the pockets are cotton and waterproof canvas on the inside. And we just finished it. And like I told you, I like to put 2 different zipper pulls so she has some, fun. She can discover new things about the bag. We got the zipper pocket. We have the lining slip pocket. It's a perfect bag. And it's ready to go. Yes, I have a cylinder arm. The bag is named after Erica from Lavender and Twine, but it's Ora Rosa's bag. Thank you so much. Yeah, I have a cylinder arm. This is just showing if you have a flat bag or a domestic, you can get it done. I made this bag way before I had my cylinder arm. I don't feel like I feel like it's a good bag to practice on, but because it's bound, a flatbed works as well. So, yeah. I love these purse feet though. Seriously, how cute are they? They're stinking cute. So, it's all done. That's it. In 3 hours, I showed you how to do a bag from beginning to end. It usually takes me a little less time, but I am not super focused. I usually sew a little bit faster, but I got it done. We got our rivets, name tag, which that's always a small thing for me. I always forget it, having your rivets inside the side. We extended our zipper tape so that way it could be part of the riveting process to help the zipper pull not to be pulled out. All that great jazz. Yeah, everyone sews differently. For me, 3 hours is a long time. Um, because the fastest I got this bag done is under 90 minutes. And I was like, woo. I had everything prepped though, and I didn't have missing pieces. Like, so this is one of my favorite bags. It's one of my best sellers in my shop. My shop is Nova's Knits on Etsy. You can go in there and look at the reviews, and you'll see a lot of a lot of Erica Bowlers. People really do gravitate to this bag when we ship it out. Kindle. I can't text them. Big head. I think he mails this out in a large flat rate box. It won't fit in the medium. So I've been trying to tell you what boxes I do it in because people ask. I also do a large FedEx. FedEx for the large box is like $1 more than the USPS one, and he packs it. He wraps it in plastic. Yeah, that's what I call him. Big Head is his nickname. He wraps it in like a cellophane plastic, and then does brown paper, brown tape over it, and I'll do a thank you note, and he'll ship it out. And this is a large box. You could try to get it in a medium, but you'll smush it. The beautiful thing about this box, it's not stabilized because there's a lot of um you'll be like, I'm gonna say Shanova said so because of the stabilization in here, you don't want to squish it down. I also stuff it with Amazon's plastic bubbles. I have a hard time throwing those away because I know what they do to the fishies. So I stuff them in there. So okay, so the materials on this one, this is cotton. This it's it was mentioned 3 times in this chat. Rabbit zombie. Zombie rabbit. If Shannon, if you're here, you're supposed to help your girl out, okay? This is their print. This beautiful hobbit door is from Thumbs and Thimbles. And yeah, the inside of all the pockets are canvas, the bronze canvas from Fabric Wholesale Direct. And the inside is also the cotton pockets. They're the matte from Lords of the Ring, and they're cotton too. I stabilized all the cotton pieces with EB Fuse Heavy. And then, yeah, I like the way heavy feels. I know like a lot of people want that for the lining, but they have this really crisp look. Thank you, Zombie. But I don't know why it's hard for me to remember. I buy from them too. Because one, they give you a toy every time they send it to you, like a squishy. I know that sounds silly, but it's like bringing back, you have a quarter, you're at the grocery store with your dad or your mom, and you check out, you put your quarter, and you get like a cool little quarter toy. Yeah. Yeah. And the zipper tape is the bronze one with antique from my handmade space, and I believe the size 3/4 of an inch is going to be from Himalayan bag. Purse feet, which my favorite feature right now. My purse feet are from Buckle Guy. They cost on the you have to buy them in bulk. So that if you only buy one, I think it's like 25 cents or 20 cents a foot. If you buy like 100, they become 15 cents a foot. So that was my first time experience. That they are rivet, so I don't have to worry about taping them because they have like a rivet cap head. So they're not going to ruin. I mean, I put 6 on the other bag the other day. This is really cute. It's a beautiful bag, and it gets done really quickly. So for the chalk marks, I'll go in with my baby wipes and just wipe it down. I'll give it a good lint roll. I'll roll out all the seams, and then Kendall packs it away. And I will do a thank you gift. Either going to be the persimmon, but I think this person bought from me before. So my second gift now is I've been doing I do the snack pack from Jess Oaklroots. I have the templates, and I just use it as a pouch, and then I'll put something in there and put it in there so I can have something matching to their bag. So that's how it is. Yeah, this one, these are the rivet ones. My dies are from Buckle Guy. Remember this big fella? Oh God, I have to oil it too. This is a weight. If this dropped on my foot, it would shatter it. It's like I feel like it weighs more than my kids. I just want to throw it out there. But they have really cool dies, and the dies I use for the purse feet, I love. It's unique because normally you would think the dome would be on the bottom of the rivet, and it's not. It's reversed, and it's probably one of the reasons why I've never had any mistakes with accidentally riveting feet wrong. So the dome part where the dome is on top, and then the flap is on the bottom. So when you press it in, the dome doesn't get smushed at all, and you can just hear the two clicks go in, and you're set. They're set. I got 18. I'm gonna go get a smaller one, smaller size, but I like big feet. I'm not gonna lie. I think especially on a bag, it can make it look whimsical. So I absolutely love this, and it came out really cute. I'm gonna have Kendall take some pictures, and I'm gonna box that up and ship that out today too. I'm like it's shipping station right now. So that's it. Does anyone have any questions? The bias tape, I actually kind of stole Country Cows. She had this thing in one of the testing group where she was talking about she doesn't like the raw edges of waterproof canvas. And then I seen a couple other people do it. And then I did it. My first one I did it one was this bag that had you have to bind the top. And I was like, I'm gonna fold everything in because I don't want to like edge coat. I know it was like super lazy of me, but I was tired and I liked the way it looked. So I started doing it with my waterproof canvas with it. And then it's really stable because it has a lot of waterproof canvas like this area. It does. It has a really clean look. I absolutely love it. And then it's ready to go. So then you have the little zipper pulls and it's cool. This person is going to have some fun. And don't be afraid to mix up zipper pulls. I found out like the more I put different zipper pulls on different bags, I get a feedback that they love the fact that they are able to see more of their fandom. So like let's take for example, you're making Alice in Wonderland, and let's say you have one white rabbit and one Cheshire cat. Mix them because it makes that bag. It's a theme, a part of that bag, and they like it because it's not just the Cheshire cat. It was like, oh my god, look, it's the rabbit. It's a Cheshire cat. They like the uniqueness, and this is the feedback have been getting for the past like 3 months. So I've been changing up my game, realizing that you can't just you there's no rules. If there are, then we need to break them. So that's it. I'm going to put this upstairs so Kendall can pack it. One day when he's feeling a little better, hopefully sometime this week, I'll show you how he packs things because he does a really good job. I actually get like people giving me stars because of my packing, and I feel bad because I'm not the one that actually packs it. Kendall does, but we are a team, so I don't feel too bad. Alrighty then. Well, I hope everyone has a really good day. Hopefully I can sew up another bag tomorrow, live or sometime this week. I actually like sewing live because it's like I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to other people. So if you do have any questions, leave comments down below, and I'll be more than willing to answer them. I hope everybody has a really good hump day. All right. I did a dance and everything. Okay. All right, guys. Bye.